Pete, when you hear that Dimitri's going to be traveling across the country for the next 6 months, going to 25 states in 25 weeks to try to teach this stuff to millions.
I think it's awesome, and I think it's something that the world needs more of. As far as what could be, bestowed upon people throughout the journey is that, hey, it's not hard, man. It's simple, and again, it comes down to just making a decision and coming up with a plan. And when you're just getting started, there's super basic, simple things that you can do that doesn't even take an hour. It's crazy, right? Like when we first sat down, I was there for maybe an hour, and I left there with a greater understanding, a level of comfort as far as control over my financial situation. So what I'd say is just start with the basics, start with the foundation, and I think 90% of the country's population doesn't even understand the little things that they can do. So I think your ability to help people is going to kind of be limitless. I think the one unique thing about Dimitry is he takes a real world approach to a real world problem. And the professional side that kind of makes the world of a difference is he helps you put together a realistic plan. Meaning, hey, look, it's not eating ramen for 2 years to get yourself to a better point in your life. It doesn't matter your financial situation. You could make $10,000 or $10 million. There's always something you can do to be more efficient and progress your life. And I think Dimitri's real world money pro approach, shameless plug, is honestly something that most people need in their life. I think when you're a kid, you really do it more for like the near term, 3 inches in front of your face as far as, what you want to do, right? So like, you're spending your money on whatever you want, whenever you want, and doing pretty much, things that aren't contributing to your future. I think it's common, but I also think it gives you a good perspective. I'm very lucky to have great parents who provided food and shelter and all the different things you need to live. And I think when you're a kid, the true value of a dollar is diminished because you don't have to really, think about how you spend those dollars. So I think for me, it was, who can I find to buy me a 30 rack of Bud Lite, or, what do I need to do to save up to go and take this girl out for a date? Because, those are the things you think about when you're a kid. I dropped out of college at 19, right? So I, like many people, it wasn't for me, and I had a little bit less patience than most to stick through it, but I think sometimes you gotta trust the gut. Yeah, so dropped out of college at 19. Started working full time. I think the thing I'd say is like when you're a kid or when you're a young professional and you're looking at the world of finance and you're looking at the different things that exist, but they seem so complicated that it's very scary to try and understand. I think the thing that you got to realize is it's not complicated at all, and all it takes is just kind of deciding to learn one little thing at one time and then progress to the next thing. So what I'd say is, as time goes on and what we talk about as far as like building assets, you can start to find different mechanisms from a finance perspective to leverage the assets you have and to start to do some really creative things. I think everyone goes through a phase in their life where they equate things with their image and their own value. And I think the fulfillment of that is short-lived. And the minute you realize that, you start to realize that you can actually start to do positive things for other people and for yourself when you have freedom and time. Right, so not needing to work on the weekends means I can go and spend time with my parents, or not needing to worry about how I'm going to pay my next bill just gives me the emotional cycles to help support my girlfriend, or whatever it is, right? Because if you need to worry about something as like a human need, that's just energy spent on something that could be avoided. And I think a lot of people don't realize that regardless of your financial situation, whether you're making $1 million or you're making $40,000. There's always a way to architect a plan to progress your personal position to a greater place. But it's about making that decision and just saying, like, I'm deciding to come up with a plan and I'm going to follow the plan.